terrorists in more than 60 countries.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Hearts of Fire 4. This is Simon Run playing with USA at Modern Dawn mod. So let's go over the campaign. Last time we managed to capture Iran and we puppeted. Then we're gonna attack 1 year after that Syria, and then we are justifying against Venezuela and then try to invade it, although it's going to be very difficult to do so.
In controlling most of that country. In Afghanistan, we see Al-Qaeda's vision for the world.
Venezuelan Union, that's right. And we're gonna finish the justifying war goal in January 2011 against Venezuela, which is mostly communist country.
Religion can be practiced only as their leaders dictate. A man can be jailed in Afghanistan if his beard is not long enough. The United States respects the people of Afghanistan. After all, we are currently its largest source of humanitarian aid. But we condemn the Taliban regime.
Modern hardware 2, research time -2. This is not that important.
It is not only repressing its own people, it is threatening people everywhere by
upgrade.
Sponsoring and sheltering and supplying terrorists, by aiding and abetting murder.
Out of the decisions available, but I'm gonna still try to excuse me, I'll still try to go on with putting up a new political advisor there.
Deliver to United States authorities all the leaders of Al-Qaeda who hide in your land. Release all foreign nationals, including American citizens you have unjustly imprisoned.
Now, I'm expecting then that Iran will also recruit some divisions here. As you can see, Iraq have recruited 3 divisions that they're keeping at the border with Syria, and Kurdistan, only 1. But Iran will also start deploying some divisions, because we can still have a lot of territory. So this is what they will do. Now, if we're gonna take Syria, like I said, I would like to take this opening at the Mediterranean Sea here. If you're gonna take Venezuela, I would also like to take an opening at the Caribbean Sea. That would mean either this area here or this area here. We'll see. We can deploy a lot of divisions here. And as far as I'm concerned, we don't have enough tanks, but we do have enough light mechanized and mechanized, as well as infantry equipment. We're gonna have to be careful because I don't want to go too down under with available manpower. I'm trying to actually recruit a lot of divisions, but we're gonna have to come to a halt.
It's practiced freely by many millions of Americans, and by millions more in countries that America counts as friends. Its teachings are good and peaceful, and those who commit evil in the name of Allah,
we still have a lot of ships to produce here.
The terrorists are traitors to their own faith, trying in effect to hijack Islam itself. The enemy of America is not our many Muslim friends.
I still have only 2 frigates to produce level 3, and then we're gonna be done. I just want to check, because we have here already a huge fleet that I really want to deploy. The question is, of course, where I would say let's send it to the Middle East as well, maybe. Oh no, because we're gonna soon attack Venezuela, so let's send it to Puerto Rico.
Our war on terror begins with Al-Qaeda.
Right,
But it
then
does not
I'm
end.
gonna have to put up a new guy here.
It will not end
That's what it
until
got again.
every terrorist group of global reach has been found, stopped, and defeated.
Air base, naval base, no, I don't think we need this. Sudden war comes. Oh, this one would be cool, but unfortunately, we cannot put her in power.
Senators and representatives, I have the distinguished honor of presenting the President of the United States.
But this one's good, I think, although he is an environmentalist. I'm just gonna search for another one.
Vice President, Mr. Speaker, members of the Senate, of the House of Representatives,
Captain of Industry.
Yesterday-
I'm not sure about that.
December 7th,
Bill Gates,
1941,
international banker, Steve Mnuchin. I think this
a
one will be
date
good.
which will live in infamy. The United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by
No,
naval
that's
and
not
air
good.
forces of the Empire of Japan. The United States
No,
was
this
at
international
peace
banker I think is good.
with that nation, and at the solicitation of Japan was still in conversation
Stephen Mnuchin,
with its government
international banker,
and
factory
its
output,
emperor,
drift towards
looking toward the
conservatism. That's
maintenance
okay.
of peace in the Pacific. The attack yesterday on the Hawaiian Islands has caused severe damage to American naval and military forces.
So let's see.
I regret to tell you
Submarine,
that very many American lives
submarine
have
offensive.
been lost. In addition, American ships have been reported torpedoed on the high seas between San Francisco and Honolulu.
Okay, let's go on with
As
it.
Commander-in-Chief of the Army and Navy, I have directed that all measures be taken for our defense. But all
Experimental rockets, finally.
will our whole nation
The 2010
remember the
experimental
character
rockets. This is just
of
not
the
right.
onslaught against us. No
Oh, we have a lot
matter
of
how
divisions
long
here.
it may take us to overcome this premeditated invasion, the American people in their righteous might will win through to absolute victory. I believe that I interpret the will of the Congress and of the people when I assert that we will not only defend ourselves to the uttermost, but will make it very certain that this form of treachery shall never again endanger us.
Alright, so we're in January 2009.
Hostilities exist. There is no blinking at the fact
Democratic
that our
Party is
people,
going down. Next election is
our
November
territory,
2012.
and our interests are in grave danger.
150% factory output.
In our armed forces,
This is insane.
with the unbounding
We have
determination
less factories
of
here.
our people, we will gain the
It doesn't
inevitable
have another
triumph. So help us God.
Virginia class. Carrier organization, sortie efficiency. Floating airfield.
I ask that the Congress declare that since the
Let's produce some of
unprovoked
this type of submarines.
and dastardly attack by Japan on Sunday, December 7th, 1941,
let's produce
a state of war has existed between the United States
50 of
and the
them.
Japanese.
It's gonna take a lot of time, but I don't care. Submarine models level 1. Now let's go with US Army.
This election had many
There will be
firsts.
small arms
Stories
production
will be told
focus,
for
which will
generations.
give us
One that's on my mind tonight is
infantry
that woman
production,
who cast her
infantry
ballot in
weapons
Atlanta.
cost less,
She is a lot like the millions of others who stood in line to make their voice heard in this
weapon
election,
mounted light.
except for one thing. Ann Nixon Cooper is 106 years old. She was born just a generation past slavery, a time when there were no cars on the road or
We're gonna go
planes in the
for
sky.
the Zumwalt class,
When someone like her couldn't vote for two reasons, because she was a woman
2008.
and because of the color of her skin. And
Oh, we
tonight,
need more and more
I
tanks.
think about all that she's seen
Alright.
throughout her century in America. The heartache and the hope,
Um,
the struggle and the progress. The
that
times
means
we were told that we can't. And the people who pressed
gonna have to
on
end
with that American creed. Yes,
the
we
recruitment
can.
of armored divisions like this, because
At a
this is
time
just too
when
much.
women's voices were silenced and their
So
hopes
gotta end it.
dismissed, she lived to see them stand up and speak out and reach for the ballot. Yes, we can. When there was despair in the Dust Bowl and depression across the land, she saw a nation conquer
So
fear
there goes
itself
another
with a new
Navy group
deal,
here.
new jobs, a new sense of common purpose. Yes, we can. When the bombs fell on our harbor and tyranny threatened the world, she was there to
I think we're gonna
witness
need
a
more
generation rise
more
to
battle
greatness,
tanks here.
and a democracy was saved. Yes, we can.
We're just gonna produce more.
She was there for the buses in Montgomery, the hoses in Birmingham, a bridge in Selma, and a preacher from
53
Atlanta
a
who
day.
told the people that
Let's produce
we
less
shall
equipment
overcome.
because
Yes,
we have a
can.
lot anyway.
A man touched down on the moon.
But we're still gonna need some more.
A world was connected by our own science and imagination. And this year, in this election, she touched her
Factories here.
finger to a screen and cast her vote. Because after 106 years in America, through the
We're
best of
producing
times
anyway a
and
lot
the
of
darkest
infantry
of
equipment.
hours,
We're actually
she
not gonna
knows
need
how
more of this,
America can
but we're gonna
change.
need more tanks, more
Yes, we
MBTs,
can.
and more light tanks, that's for sure.
America,
We're already
we have
producing a
come
lot
so
of
far.
mechanized and light
We have
mechanized,
seen so much.
and
But
we're
there's
having
so much
anyway a
more
lot
to
of
do.
unassigned divisions
So
that we
tonight,
will use.
let us ask ourselves, if our children should live to see the next century,
We're taking no
if my
attrition, that means we
daughters
could
should
send
be
more
so
troops
lucky
here.
to live as long as Ann Nixon
So
Cooper,
let's do it.
what change will they see? What progress will we have made? This is our chance to
Armored
answer
Black
that
Cat
call.
13th Division. Let's
This
send
is
it
our
right
moment.
now.
This is our time to put our people back to work and open doors of
Pine
opportunity
Tree
for our
Division
kids,
with
to
14,000
restore
men.
prosperity and promote the cause of peace, to reclaim the American dream and reaffirm that fundamental truth that out of many we are one, that while we breathe, we hope, and where we are met with cynicism and doubt, and those who tell us that we can't, we will
have a
respond
huge
with
factory
that
output
timeless
right now
creed that sums up
of
the spirit of a people.
150%. That means that we are
Yes, we
producing
can. Thank you.
enormous amount
God
of
bless
goods.
you, and may God bless the United States of America. True story. 4 years ago, I was a Washington outsider. 4 years later, I'm at this dinner. 4 years ago, I looked like this. Today, I look like this. And 4 years from now, I will look like this. More companies are moving to new, stronger technologies to authenticate user identities, like biometrics, because it's just too easy for hackers to figure out user names and passwords.
So let's see what's going on here. It's gonna take some time. If we're gonna take a look at What research? We're gonna be done with maintenance company 3 and improved anti-tank upgrade. So there's still something to research, to say the least. There is a lot to research in national focus as well.
And Bernie Sanders might run.
And we're just about to attack Syria very soon, I guess.
Some folks really want to see
Let's see.
smoking socialist
The justification will be done in 2009 in August or in February. And against Venezuela, it's gonna be done in 2012, I think. No, 2011, January, so it's not gonna be much. Now the question is, who shall we strike after that? I'm thinking of looking around here.
Mother of Parliaments, Westminster Hall. I am told that the last 3 speakers here have been the Pope.
Now, if we're gonna attack Uzbekistan, it's not gonna be good.
And Nelson Mandela.
It's not gonna be good. What could we attack?
Or the beginning of a very funny
It's
joke.
Azerbaijan, but
So, yes, maybe I have lost this.
I'm afraid that Turkey will intervene. Well, they are actually guaranteed.
For example,
Yeah,
this
that's
whole
right, so
controversy
not a good
about
idea.
Jay-Z going to Cuba.
No, these nations are too small, I'm not gonna look after them.
I've got 99 problems and now Jay-Z's one.
These guys are giving us
It is great to be
free
at
passage.
DreamWorks Animation. I would like
What's
to
this
work
here? Rubber. Alright, let's just take some more rubber from, for example, Canada.
The only concern I had was
And from the Philippines.
were kind of dim in the offices, and I'm pretty sure I'd fall asleep.
Now we have a lot. Improved
There's a natural
anti-tank
connection,
upgrade.
between me and DreamWorks. I don't know if you know this, but my ears were one of the inspirations for Shrek.
It's gonna take a lot of time to recruit some, to research some new type of airplanes.
That's true. Look, I get it. These days I look in the mirror and I have to admit,
Designed the special forces weapons. I'm gonna go with this one.
time passes.
What's this thing with Trump with you? I don't get it. It's like me and Letterman. What has he got against you here? I don't get it.
That's right. Now let's see, we can take some divisions, but I think we're gonna first take a look to put up some new men in charge here. Either military staff or political advisor. I think I'm gonna go with military staff first. And let's check another nations against whom we could theoretically justify war against. So I was looking in Asia and I didn't find anything. I could try and risk to attack Turkmenistan. I'm not quite sure about that. Then with these guys here, we might have... these are Islamists, Abu Dhabi, yeah, maybe. Against Abu Dhabi, against Kuwait, I think we have a good relationship with them. With these guys too. So, no real possibilities. These guys are social liberals, they're not even Islamist. I think to attack Abu Dhabi would be something, but I think they have a lot of troops here. It's gonna be difficult. People's Republic of Qatar. They also have, we have free passage here. Against Bahrain, maybe, but also not quite sure about that. They are also progressive just as we are, perhaps, and we have great relationship with them. Now, first of all, we have a lot of airplanes. This is good. A lot of airplanes indeed, and we're gonna create even more. Now we can modify the government. Wait a minute, not yet. Right, rocket artillery 3. And I was thinking, because we cannot change anything else,
At this hour,
to put up a new leader here.
we're in the early stages of military operations to disarm Iraq, to free its people.
Let's see what shall it be.
On my orders, Coalition forces have begun
Enemy
striking
air
selected
support.
targets of military importance.
Commando,
Saddam
Special
Hussein's
Forces,
ability
Fleet,
to wage war. These are opening
Division
stages
Attrition,
of what will be a broad and concerted
Division
campaign.
Recovery Rate. Yeah,
More
maybe
than
this won't be
35
good.
countries are giving crucial support, from the use of naval and air bases to help
Frank
with intelligence
Stevenson,
and
Army
logistics.
Regrouping, Recovery Rate 4%. There's not a big difference, but it's
Every
still
nation
okay.
in this coalition has chosen to bear the duty and share the honor of serving in our common defense. To all the men and women of the United States Armed Forces now in the Middle East,
Now let's see how we're
peace
doing
of a
with
troubled world and the hopes of
resources
protection
here. We have a lot of oil,
now
this is
depend
good,
on you.
and a lot of chromium,
that
but
trust
we still
is
need
well
aluminium
placed.
and other stuff,
The enemies you
and we
confront
are
will
actually
come to
producing
know
it
your
right now,
skill and
as we
bravery.
speak.
The people you liberate will witness
6
the honor
corvettes per
and
year.
decent spirit of the American military. In this conflict, America faces an enemy who has no regard for conventions
Like I
of
said,
war
I'm not sure
or
who shall we
rules of
attack
morality.
next. It's
Saddam
not
Hussein
easy.
has placed Iraqi troops and equipment
It's
in
simply
civilian
not
areas,
easy.
attempting to use innocent men, women, and children as shields for his own military. A final atrocity against his people.
I'm
I want
thinking
Americans and all the world to know that coalition forces will make every effort to spare innocent civilians from
maybe
harm.
here.
A campaign on the harsh terrain of a nation as large as
This
California.
Islamist here, Indonesia, would be
and more
interesting,
difficult
but it will be
than
very
some
difficult
predict.
because they have a lot of islands
and
and
helping
stuff like that.
Iraqis achieve a united, stable, and
And
free
of course, it's
country
not going to be easy.
will require our sustained commitment. We come to Iraq with respect for its citizens, for their great civilization, and for the religious faiths they practice. We have no ambition in Iraq except to remove a threat and restore control of that country to its own people. I know that the families of our military are praying that all those who serve will return safely and soon.
We have a great
Millions of
relationship with
Americans are
Libya.
praying with you
That means I'm not going to
Safety of
attack
your
it.
loved
They're
ones
also progressive.
and for the protection of the innocent. For your
Hosni
sacrifice,
Mubarak, maybe.
you have the gratitude
But
and
it's going to be
respect
difficult to
of the
invade, and they have
American
only
people.
2 ports here that are perhaps very well
You can
defended.
know
The African
that our
Alliance.
forces will be coming home.
It's going to be even
as
more
soon as
interesting.
their
Small
work is
arms
done.
production. So we're going to go on
Our nation enters this conflict
with, not
Yet
with
our
the U.S.
purpose is
Army,
sure.
but
The people of the United States
Get
and our
back
friends
to,
and allies will not live at the mercy of an outlaw regime that
diplomacy.
threatens the peace with weapons
Here we
of
could
mass
either
murder.
go with
We will meet that threat now
Asia,
with our
with,
Army, Air Force, Navy, Coast Guard, and Marines, so that we do not have to meet at
Europe,
night with armies of firefighters,
or the Moral
police,
Alliance.
and doctors. on
I
the
would
streets
say
of the
let's go with the
cities.
Moral Alliance and invite Canada.
Now that conflict has
See
come,
if they will accept it.
the only way to limit its duration is to apply decisive
If Canada
force.
would join, this would be an
And I assure you,
incredible acquisition.
This will not be a campaign of half measures.
We're having extraordinary
We will
relationship, as you
accept
can
no
see.
outcome.
We'd also try to increase relationship,
My fellow citizens,
but we're not going to do
dangers
it.
to our
We're also
country
having
the world
guaranteed
will be
Zambia and Canada.
We will
Oh
pass
my
through this
God,
time
what
of
is
peril
this here? Since
and carry
when
on the work of peace.
are these nations in NATO?
Defend our freedom. We will bring freedom to others,
Oh, this is
and we
difficult.
will prevail. May God bless our country.
Now let's search again another
All
target.
Christian.
My fellow Americans, tonight I want to speak to you about what the United States will do with our friends and allies to degrade and ultimately destroy the terrorist group known as ISIL. As Commander-in-Chief, my highest priority is the security of the American people. Over the last several years, we have consistently taken the fight to terrorists who threaten our country. We took out Osama bin Laden and much of al-Qaeda's leadership in Afghanistan and Pakistan. We targeted al-Qaeda's affiliate in Yemen, recently eliminated the top commander of its affiliate in Somalia. We've done so
It seems
while
that the Venezuelans are having a lot of bonuses here, to say the least.
drawing down our forces in Afghanistan, where our combat mission
so-
will end later this year.
We'll justify against them in 2011. Now we're gonna have to get ready for attacking Syria, and this is gonna happen very soon. But I still haven't decided who shall we attack after Venezuela, which of course is not going to be easy.
Can't erase every trace of evil from the world.
I'm thinking of trying to take Indonesia,
Have capacity to do great harm.
which is going to be difficult, of
In the
course.
case before 9/11, and that remains true today.
It's going to be a bloody war here with a lot of marine invasions and stuff like that that I'm not quite sure is going to work,
At this moment,
basically.
greatest threats come
But
from the Middle East and North
we shall
Africa,
see.
where radical groups exploit grievances for their own gain. And one of those groups is ISIL, which calls itself the Islamic State.
Because they are Islamic. Then I was thinking of attacking the nation here. Oh, it's, oh my god, they are
No religion condones the
African
grievances.
Alliance.
The vast majority of
Oh, there is African Alliance here.
ISIL is
No, we cannot mess with the whole Africa.
was formerly
Egypt is also part now. It's all over here. We cannot attack anyone, otherwise we're gonna go to war with the whole Africa. This is not what we want.
on both sides of the Iraq
Too bad.
border.
Missed.
It was recognized by no
Just missed.
government nor by the people it subjugates.
Then we're gonna have to get our attention somewhere else. So Africa, we can forget it. We cannot attack it just now. Europe perhaps also be united at one point.
Will stand in its way. In a region that has known so much bloodshed, these terrorists are unique in their brutality.
Too bad that we're not in NATO. If we would have been in NATO, it would have been easier. But whatever, now it's too late.
Rape and force women into marriage. They
Romanian Union.
minority with genocide.
Communists. We could attack Romania. It's not in NATO and stuff like that.
Took the lives of two
Bulgaria is also not in NATO, libertarian, but it could go, so we're not going to take the risk now.
So ISIL
The only
poses a threat
nation to attack would be,
and the broader Middle East, including American
of course,
citizens, personnel,
would be risky, but it would be a possibility. Turkmenistan.
pose a growing threat beyond that region, including to the United States. While we have not yet
I'm not sure if Russia would intervene,
against our homeland
but it also wouldn't like to take the risk.
and our allies,
Now, India
our intelligence community believes that thousands of foreigners
didn't create a faction yet. This guy's also didn't create a faction yet, the Chinese. Now, if you're gonna take a look back in America, let's see who could we attack. As far as I know, Nicaragua, because they're Marxists, so it would be easy to attack them and take them out. I don't really think they have a lot of divisions here.
the United States of America
So theoretically, I think we could attack them easily.
and resolve.
We will have to invade them by the sea.
Last month, I ordered our military to
Panama as well.
against
I also think that
advances.
should be easy. They have a few ports here that we could easily invade,
These strikes have protected
or these nations here, and try to annex them.
killed ISIL fighters, destroyed weapons
Well, they also have some ports, but I also think they have a lot of divisions here.
to reclaim key territory. These strikes have also helped save the lives of thousands of innocent men, women, and children. This is not our fight alone. American power can make a decisive difference, but we cannot do for Iraqis what they must do for themselves. Nor can we take the place of Arab partners in securing their region. That's why I've insisted that additional U.S. action depended upon
Curious to see if Canada will join our alliance. Very curious to see if this is going to happen. If this is not going to happen, then that will be a big problem.
government in place,
Well, let's see, they are
following
reformed.
consultations with allies abroad, Congress at home. I can
They're
announce
conservative.
that America will lead a broad coalition to roll back this terrorist threat. Our objective is clear. We will degrade and ultimately destroy ISIL.
Now let's see, Daily Change 003, yeah. They're going to stay in power. Nothing is going to change that, I guess.
A systematic campaign of airstrikes against these terrorists. Working with the Iraqi government, we will expand our efforts beyond protecting our own people and humanitarian missions, so that we're hitting ISIL targets as Iraqi forces go on offense. Moreover, I've made it clear that we will hunt down terrorists who threaten our country.
There are some nations that have left NATO and stuff like that that we could also
Take action against ISIL in Syria
try to invade,
as well as Iraq. This is a core principle
but
of my presidency.
I think it's still difficult.
If you threaten America, you will find no safe haven.
I just think that after we're going to take Syria and Venezuela, I think we're just going to have to
June, I deployed
go first of all here in Central America and try to wipe out
how we can best support Iraq's
these nations here.
that those teams have completed their work, and Iraq has formed
First of all,
we will send an
they're
additional
fascist and nationalist,
service members
First of all, Haiti, I think,
As I've said before,
and then Dominican Republic.
have a combat mission. They will not get dragged into another ground war in Iraq, but they are needed to support
Although
British forces training
there is another faction nation here that we could take after we're going to take Venezuela, Guyanese Empire,
Iraq's efforts to stand up national
and then Suriname, and that's it.
secure their own freedom.
We could take this coast here. I think that would also be a possibility. And I'm gonna also thinking
Military assistance to the
very clearly
Tonight I call
to
on
attack,
Congress again to give us additional authorities and resources.
for example, Papua New Guinea, because Indonesia is a little bit difficult to attack. I have to say it. It's not going to be easy to attack, to conquer at least. It's going to be difficult, very difficult to conquer, I guess.
Instead, we must strengthen the opposition as the
But if we manage to invade them here, should be easy, I think.
necessary to solve
Anyway, we're just gonna see. So we have a few possibilities. Africa, unfortunately, it's gone. We cannot attack it, at least not now. We gotta have a common border with it if we want to take it. Either Indonesia,
cut off its funding,
or one of these countries here.
strengthen our defenses, counter its warped ideology, and stem the flow of foreign fighters.
Or one of these countries here, such as Guyana and Suriname, both of them.
Further mobilize the international
I think I'm gonna go towards this area to take it all, then Indonesia and stuff like that, and then those nations there. That just in case that other alliance won't declare war on us. Since the war tension is already 4%, it's not that bad, but once we're gonna declare war on Syria, and this is gonna happen very soon, in August,
We cannot allow these communities to be driven.
then war tension will increase a little bit more. So that's what we have here.
In each of these four parts of Israel, America will be joined by a broad coalition of partners. Already, allies are flying planes with us over Iraq, sending arms and assistance to Iraqi security forces and the Syrian opposition,
Field Hospital.
sharing intelligence and providing billions of dollars.
Canada will be invited very soon.
Secretary Kerry was in Iraq today, meeting with the new government and supporting their efforts
Now we're gonna send this fleet to patrol in the Mediterranean Sea right here once we're gonna attack and try to take out Syria.
especially Arab nations, and help mobilize Sunni communities in Iraq and Syria to drive these terrorists from their lands.
Of course, we could increase our army potential on the continent. We have anyway a lot of divisions here.
We rally other nations on behalf of our common security.
Although in fact we could actually assign even more.
My administration has also secured bipartisan support for this approach here at home. I have the authority to address the threat from ISIL, but I believe we are strongest as a nation when the President and Congress work together. So I welcome congressional support for this effort in order to show the world that Americans are united in fighting this danger. Now, it will take time to eradicate a cancer like ISIL. Anytime we take
Right, and maybe more armies for these units here. And we're still having a few divisions in reserve just in case we can need them. We're also recruiting a lot more.
to understand how this effort will
As far as I see, although it's still taking a lot of time. Now if you're gonna take a look here,
combat troops fighting on
what's this prison break?
this counterterrorism campaign will be waged through a steady, relentless effort to take out ISIL wherever they exist using our air power.
Whatever. So we're doing fine with materials. We have a lot of mechanized, light mechanized, a lot of MBTs, light tank, but we still need more
While supporting partners on the front lines,
tanks.
one that we have
So I said that I want to put up a new, so we have military staff here,
this year. Use force against anyone,
a new political advisor. Now let's see who that would be.
mobilize partners wherever possible to address
Al Gore maybe is going to be the man. Improve relations, opinions, same ideology, factory output. No, I don't think so.
tomorrow marks
Anyway, most of them are available, so let's see. Another one.
marks 6 years since our economy suffered its worst setbacks in
Political power gains, stability, improve relations. Janet Reno. Yeah, this will be a possibility.
required to bounce back. America is better positioned today to seize the future.
James Mattis. Construction speed, we don't need this. Encryption,
Manufacturing, auto industries are thriving.
Quartermaster General.
Closer than it's been in decades.
warmonger. No.
Despite all the divisions and discord within our democracy.
No financial veteran.
Every single day. That makes me more confident than
Nikki Haley.
broad American leadership is the one constant in an uncertain world.
Captain of Industry.
That has the capacity and the will to mobilize the world.
Al Gore.
It is
Well, I'm not sure about this.
to rally the world against Russian aggression and in support of the Ukrainian people's right to determine their own destiny.
Prince of Terror.
Our scientists, our doctors,
No, it's not. Okay.
they can help contain and cure the outbreak of Ebola.
No. I think I'm gonna go with Janet Reno.
And destroy serious
Experienced attorney, more stability, more political power gain, improve relations, opinion.
And it is America
And she's social liberal.
is helping Muslim communities around the world, not just in the fight against terrorism, but in the fight for opportunity, tolerance, and more hopeful.
Right, let's see here. Rocket artillery.
America, our endless blessings bestow enduring burden.
So let's just go on with Corvette 5. It's gonna take like 70 days,
Far reaches of Africa
and
torn capital
that's it.
and stand for freedom.
Invite Canada. Let's see if it will accept. Accepts. Wow, this is incredible.
Guided our nations.
Now let's go on here. Oh, we can invite Brazil and Mexico.
I ask for your support in carrying that leadership forward. I do so as a commander.
However, it doesn't seem we could invite both of them. Doesn't seem that. And then we're gonna assemble the alliance. I'm gonna go on this path here to invite almost all South America into this alliance. This will be incredible. We're gonna first invite Mexico, but first of all, let's just go on with
Here's what one of them said.
political reform here, United Republic,
American friends, our allies.
which will give us 20% more
Children will always
political power gain.
someone who felt our struggle and made a long journey to protect innocent people. That is the difference we make in the world. In our own safety, our own security.
3 undecided divisions, whatever.
Do what it takes to defend this nation and uphold the values
So Canada is our allies now. This is incredible because
of timeless ideas that will endure long after those who offer only hate and destruction.
Canada is a very, very powerful nation here,
God bless our troops.
and they will support us in everything we're gonna do.
States of America.
Right. So we're just about to declare war on Syria. And like I said, after that we're gonna take out Venezuela, and I think we're gonna also attack some other nations here in America. I think if we're gonna do this, we're not gonna manage to get that event, because I think the public opinion will decrease against America and against the USA and American continent, and I think I'm going to be able to invite most of these nations. So I would like to do this, except attack Venezuela and then nobody else. We're going to try to expand furthermore in Asia,
For even as we
for
celebrate
example.
tonight, we know the challenges that tomorrow will bring.
For
The
example,
greatest
here,
of our lifetime. I stand here knowing
this is
that
also
my
NATO.
story is part of the
We
larger
have a great
American
relation with them.
that I know
That
what
means
all those who
exactly
came before me,
attacking
that no other country
Indonesia.
on
I
earth
think we're going to
makes
do
my
this.
story even possible.
Now let's see.
I'm the son of a black man from Kenya and a white woman from Kansas. I am married to a black American who carries.
So I
within
think
her
after
the blood of
Venezuela, we're
slaves
going to
and
have to
slave owners.
justify
I
against
have brothers,
Indonesia,
sisters,
just like that.
nieces,
They are anyway
nephews,
Islamists,
uncles,
and they are no
and
fiction.
cousins of every race
So much is going to
and
take.
every hue,
It's going to take too much.
scattered across 3 continents. These people are part of me,
Floating airfield.
and they are part of America. this country that I love. I've come here to Cairo to seek a new beginning between the United States and Muslims around the world. One based on mutual
these are
interest
just too far
and
away.
mutual respect. Just as Muslims do not fit
So let's go with,
stereotype,
oh, it's gonna also take a lot of
America
time.
is not the crude stereotype
700,
of a self-interested
80s,
empire.
2000, SP artillery, 4, attack, 10% more.
To say that force
This is good.
may sometimes be necessary is not a call to cynicism, it is a
We're getting
recognition
a
of
lot
history,
of political power. This is
the
also really
imperfections
great.
of man, and the limits of reason.
But we have, again, a lot of
We gather here
divisions.
to honor the courage of ordinary Americans willing to endure
And we're still
billy
still
clubs,
producing a lot of divisions, and
chasing
gonna go on
rounds,
like this. Because
tear gas,
basically, I think
trampling
we have
hoof.
every equipment that we
Men
need,
and
actually.
women who, despite the gush of blood and splintered bone, would stay true to their North Star and keep marching
A lot
toward
of light
justice.
tank, but not enough main battle tanks. We could also put up some new
Blinded by
factories, some new
hatred,
military
the
factories.
alleged
So I think we should do
killer
it
could
anyway.
not see the grace
Some
surrounding
civilian
their
factories as well.
people
Let's see.
and that Bible study group. The light of love that shone as they opened the church doors and invited a stranger to join in their prayer circle. The alleged killer could have never anticipated the way the families of the fallen
24,
would
I think.
respond when they saw him in court
Massachusetts.
in the midst
Now let's
of
create some
unspeakable grief with words of forgiveness.
other factories
You couldn't
here.
imagine that. And while this nation has been tested by war and has been tested by recession and all manner of challenges, I stand before you again tonight, after almost 2 terms as your president, to tell you I am more optimistic about
Right.
the future of America than ever before.
So we can create a little bit more military factories, although we do have a lot, but I still want to create even more.
NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews.
So that the armies can move faster,
and
to
digital
say the least.
exclusives. Thanks for watching.
Good evening. Tonight, I can report to the American people and to the world. The United States has conducted an operation that killed Osama bin Laden,
Good, that's enough.
Al-Qaeda.
Now these are a lot of other projects that
Responsible for the murder
we're
of thousands
dealing with.
of innocent men, women, and children.
Though, just as you can also give them some anti-air.
A bright September day was darkened by the worst attack on the American people in our history. The images of 9/11 are seared into our national memory.
Was this here anti-air? That's okay.
Cloudless September sky. Twin towers collapsing to the ground. Black smoke blowing up from the Pentagon. Wreckage of Flight 93, Shanksville, Pennsylvania, where the actions of heroic citizens saved heartbreak and destruction. And we know that the worst images are those that we see.
Alright, that's enough.
See from the dinner table,
So now
children who
we're
were
having a lot of
without their mother, father,
developings here.
parents who would never know the feeling of their child's embrace.
But we
Nearly
have
80,000
manpower is going down a lot.
leaving a gaping hole.
Destroyer 4, yeah, let's do it.
September 11th, 2001. Our time of grief.
That's
American
actually
people
good.
came together. We offered our neighbors a hand, and we offered the wounded.
In 3 years. Oh my
We
goodness.
reaffirmed our ties to each other.
Taking a lot of time.
Our love of community and country.
2 per month.
That day,
But this
no
is
matter
good.
what came, what God we prayed to.
11 frigates per year. This is also
We were
perfect.
united as one American family.
You have to create
We're also
4
united
destroyers
in our
per year.
resolve to protect our nation and to bring those who committed this vicious attack to justice. We quickly learned that the 9/11 attacks were carried out by Al-Qaeda, an organization headed by Osama bin Laden, which openly declared war on the United States and was committed to killing innocents in our country and around the globe. And so we went to war against Al-Qaeda to protect our citizens, our friends, and our allies. Over the last 10 years,
So we have a lot of
thanks to
airplanes, as you can see,
tireless
attack aircraft
heroic
800,
work of
multi-role,
military and
Also tanks, we still have a lot of tanks, although mechanized and light mechanized. Everything is going good, and this is partly because we have a huge factory output, 150% as you can see. Now, if you want to go on with research and production, well, we'll see. But first of all, we're going to have to go at war with Syria, and this is just taking very few time here. 19th of August. I'll already send our fleet right here.
Meanwhile, Al-Qaeda continued to operate from along that border and operate through its affiliates
And there is not
across the border.
something else what we could do here.
So shortly after taking office, I directed Leon Panetta, the director of the CIA, to make
Basically,
the killing or capture of bin Laden the
let's
top
just put up some
priority of
new
our war against Al-Qaeda,
airplanes here.
even as we continued our broader efforts to disrupt, dismantle, and defeat his network.
Multi-role.
Then, last August, after years of painstaking work by our intelligence community, I was briefed on a possible lead to bin Laden. It was far from certain, and it took many months to run this thread to ground.
There you go.
I met repeatedly with my national security team.
So
as
just
we
in case that the
developed
war
more
will start,
information
now
about the
let's
possibility
put
that we had
this
located
guy
bin Laden
here.
hiding within a compound deep inside Pakistan. And finally, last week, I determined that we had enough intelligence to take action and authorized an operation to get Osama bin Laden and bring him to justice. Today, at my direction, the United States launched a targeted operation
That's right.
against that compound.
So very soon we're gonna have to attack them. As you can see, if we're gonna put them in attack stance, this general cannot command more than 24 units. This one is in defense, so he can control 72 units, but in attack mode, not too many. Let's see if we can promote General Schwartz
And took custody of his body.
to Marshal.
For over 2 decades, bin Laden has been Al-Qaeda's leader and symbol, and has continued
could.
to plot attacks against our country and our friends and allies. The death of bin Laden marks the most significant achievement to date
Wait a minute, what
in
the
our
fuck
nation's
is this?
effort to defeat Al-Qaeda. Yet his death does not mark the end of our effort.
As a field marshal, he
There's
can
no doubt
control 6
Al-Qaeda
armies.
will continue to pursue
We're gonna
attacks
have to
against
replace
us.
him.
We must
Ah, what the
and
stupid
we will
bullshit.
remain vigilant at home and abroad. As we do, we must also reaffirm that the United States is not and never will be at war with Islam.
This guy's also 24,
Just as President
and
Bush
otherwise he has no
reported
experience
after
here.
9/11, that our war is
Panzer
not
leader.
against Islam, because bin Laden was not a Muslim leader.
Skill
He
1,
was a mass murderer of Muslims.
Thomas Vandal.
Al-Qaeda has slaughtered scores of Muslims.
And Schwartz is now an
including
emerald, whatever.
So his demise should be welcomed by all who believe in peace and human dignity.
I could actually
Over the
put
years,
him
I
right
have
here.
repeatedly made clear that we would take action within Pakistan if we knew where bin Laden was. That is what we've done.
Alright, I'm gonna put him right
It's
here.
important to note that our counterterrorism cooperation with Pakistan helped lead us to bin Laden and the compound.
She's also a field marshal.
Indeed, bin Laden had declared war against Pakistan as well, and ordered attacks against the Pakistani people. Tonight, I called President Zardari, and my team has also spoken with their Pakistani counterparts.
Oh,
They
there you go,
agree
Thomas
that
Schwartz.
this is a good and historic day for both of our nations. And going forward, it is essential that Pakistan continue
For
to
another
join us
11
in the
days,
fight
whatever.
against Al-Qaeda and
Um,
its affiliates. The American people did not choose this
Let's
fight.
rename this.
It came to our shores and started with the senseless
right.
slaughter of our citizens. After nearly 10
It's gonna lead
years
to
of
armies.
service,
Although this woman is
struggle,
also a marshal. No, it's
and
general.
sacrifice, we know
I just
well
don't understand,
the
but
causes
whatever.
of war.
So we
We
cannot
sailed away on
justify
the
against
every
another
time
nation.
as Commander-in-Chief
Although, like I
had
said,
signed a
I
letter
wanted
to
to
a
justify
family
against
who lost
Indonesia
their loved
because
ones.
it's a
Look
big
into
country.
the eyes of a service member who's been gravely wounded. So Americans understand the costs of war.
No, it's gonna take too much
Yet,
time.
As a country, we will
So what can
never
we do here?
tolerate our security being threatened, nor stand idly
Actually,
by when our people have
nothing
been
specifically except this
We
one.
will be
When we're gonna go with
relentless
war with.
in defense of our citizens and our friends and allies. We will be true.
When we're gonna
to
go
the
with war
values
with
that guide us.
Syria. Let's see what's going on
Nights
here.
like this one, we can say to those
Encourage
families who have lost
values,
loved ones,
base
Al-Qaeda's
stability.
terror,
Let's do this.
justice has been done.
Special forces.
Tonight we give thanks to the countless intelligence and counterterrorism professionals who've worked tirelessly to achieve this outcome. The American people...
Oh, let's go with Grand Battle Fleet. Battle Fleet.
Know their names.
Missile Cruise Organization, Destroyer Organization. So a lot of bonuses here, 152 days, and I think we should be able to attack the Syrians very soon.
The professionalism, patriotism, and unparalleled courage of those who serve our country. And they are part of a generation that has borne the heaviest share of the burden since that September day.
This guy is super experienced,
Let
or
me
not.
say to the families who lost loved ones on 9/11 that we have never forgotten your loss.
Iraq Invasion Army, Field Marshal Matus. What's this here?
To prevent another attack
Mad
on our
Dog,
shores. And tonight,
Old Guard,
let us think back to the sense
whatever.
of unity that prevailed on 9/11.
We'll see what's gonna be.
I know that it has at times.
I don't think it's gonna be difficult to wipe them out.
Testament to the greatness of our country and the determination of
So next time we're gonna have more political power, we're just gonna use it to justify against
Tonight we are once again reminded
Indonesia.
that America can do whatever we set our mind to. That is the story of our history. Whether it's the pursuit of prosperity for our people or the struggle for equality for all our
Independence country,
citizens,
but not yet.
our commitment
Kingdom.
to stand
Alright.
up for our values abroad, and our sacrifices to make the world a safer place.
The United Republic.
Let us remember that we can do these things not just because of wealth or power, but because of who we are. One nation,
There you go.
under God, indivisible,
And Corvette.
liberty, and justice for all.
More political power gain. There will be 3. Oh my god, there will be actually 2.45. Right, so we're done. Political reform is done. There's nothing more to research here in this field. American economy. Let's see. What can we do? Let's go with revive the Rust Belt. More civilian factories, and Corvette 5 is also done.
The birth of the Antichrist, who will emerge to wield great political power across the planet. The
Queen
premier
Laser
son of
side.
Satan, who will spread terror in the name of peace.
Corvette 5. We're creating a lot of fleets, but that's actually okay. That's okay, 40. Maximum 15. Alright, before we're gonna start the war against Syria, I'm gonna end the recording here. So thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.